years. As the director, Dean was in charge of the day-to-day operations and intakes, but some days it felt like he was just a glorified paper pusher. He didn't belong behind a desk. He needed to be back overseas. His father, grandfather, and great-grandfather had all been military, had worked their way up the ranks through blood, sweat, and tears, not by dealing with worried parents and angry teenagers. He needed to prove that he could still do the job, that he wasn't done. He wasn't ready to be finished with the field. Still, it wasn't as if he didn't like Alpha Dog. He enjoyed working with the kids who came through and training the dogs. Hell, he wouldn't have his American Pit Bull Terrier mix, Dilbert, if it wasn't for Alpha Dog, but that was supposed to have been a temporary placement too. He was committed to finding Dilbert the perfect home before he left. He just hadn't found it yet. The bottom line was, he had never planned to stay this long. Which was why he'd been steering clear of most women. He hadn't been living completely as a monk, but his hookups had been few and far between. The last thing he wanted was to lead a woman on, only to bail as soon as he got his new orders. Dean's gaze was drawn to Violet again, her gorgeous red hair flowing down her back, as she laughed at something the bartender said. She was hot, with legs up to her chest, and those perky tits under that blue tank top. But she wasn't hookup material, and that was all he could offer right now. She came walking back, juggling the 4 drinks in 2 hands. When she caught him looking at her, she flashed that wide, friendly smile again. It was like a ray of fucking sunshine, and damn if he didn't want to bask in it. Before he even realized it, he was moving toward her. "Let me help you with those." "I got them, but you can take yours." Violet held out the beer to him, and he took it, his fingers brushing against hers with a jolt. Without asking again, he took another beer off her hands. "I'm trying to make up for being rude, but you gotta work with me." Violet seemed to study him for a moment, as if evaluating his sincerity. "I appreciate the effort." Her voice was soft and husky, and for just a moment, Dean couldn't look away from her eyes, and was lost in their twinkly, dark depths. He half expected smoke to rise up between them, the air was so charged, and a faint voice hollered deep inside him to look away. But he was too distracted by the soft sound of her breathing, as her mouth opened a little. An unspoken invitation for him to come closer, to see if she tasted like her lips looked, sweetly tart, like sun-ripened raspberries. "Yo, are you two gonna kiss or kill each other?" Tracy's ill-timed joke broke the connection, and Dean turned from her, silently cursing himself as he brought the beer to Best. He sensed Violet beside him, but couldn't look at her. What was wrong with him? Was it the fact that he was trying not to be attracted to her that made her more desirable? "I come bearing libation." He glanced her way as she spoke, but she was giving Tracy an angry scowl and wasn't paying him any attention. "I will accept your libation," Tracy said. Dean held Best's beer out to him. "Here." "Thanks, buddy. I love it when you serve me." Best took his cup and gave Dean a raised eyebrow as he took a drink of his beer, silently asking him what he thought of Violet. Dean shook his head, and Best frowned, confusion muddying up his pretty face. "Hey, Violet, thanks for the beer," Tyler called. "Just returning the favor," she said. "I like that. Most women wouldn't offer." Tyler grinned at Tracy, who tossed her hair. "Are you assuming I'm one of those women?" Tracy asked. "Shouldn't I?" he asked. "Hell yeah, you should." Tracy took a sip and shot him a wink, while he laughed. During all the banter, Dean realized that Violet had made her way back to his side. Her